What's up there, viewer? Brian here at 3TR, and I've got my second Resident Evil characters top 10s list video for you guys. If you haven't checked it out already, please click the link in the description down below and check out my first video where I share with you my top 5 favorite Resident Evil male characters, and now this time I'll be going over my top 5 favorite female characters in the Resident Evil franchise. Now, starting off a little bit weird with number 5. I know some people are probably going to give me the look, but number 5 on my list is Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. How the hell can I like a character who really did nothing but run around, scream, panic, get kidnapped, I don't know, 5 or 6 different times, and basically was just dead weight for the entirety game. But the thing I liked about Ashley Graham was it was the whole idea of having to really babysit someone throughout the majority of the game that actually made Resident Evil 4 more enjoyable, because it was a much harder experience. Now, so theoretically, I didn't really like her as a character, but simply the fact that she was there and it made the game harder made it a much more enjoyable experience in general. And that's really something that I really, I thought they did a decent job of Resident Evil 2, because I did go back and play that one when you had to babysit Sherry, but I felt the whole babysitting element was done so much better in Resident Evil 4. So that's why I put her as number 5 on my list, if, you can call her a character. Number 4 on my list is Claire Redfield. Claire Redfield is also in the category that I put Barry Burt as, and she's a very underrated character, and they need to bring her back. Along with Barry Burt, I would love to see them bring back Claire Redfield for Resident Evil 7, simply because I don't think there's been enough real development in her character, and I think there was one line in particular that I believe Leon said to Claire in the animated film Degeneration, where he said that Claire wasn't a fighter, she's more of a rescuer. Like me and Chris are fighters. We go towards danger, you just kind of react towards it if it happens around you. And I think that's something that could happen. I mean, Resident Evil characters have always had a tendency to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I absolutely think that Claire could end up in a situation like this in the next game. But as a character, she is very emotional. I would say she's not really the weakest of all main female characters. I would leave that spot for Rebecca. But it's just wanting to know more. I mean, if they're going to spend time really expanding our knowledge on all the rest of the characters, they need to update Claire. And, she did a very good job in Resident Evil 2. She was one half of why that game was so great and so successful. So I just think bringing her back would be a great, respect towards that character and for the fans of that character as well. Number 3 on my list is Sheva. Sheva really did surprise me a lot in Resident Evil 5. I thought she was just going to be deadweight, but she really did end up being a character on her own. She's much different than Jill or Claire or Rebecca or any other female character, simply because she is someone who legitimately has good morals and does care about her fellow man, or in this case, fellow agent. She's not afraid to stand for what she believes in. She can damn sure handle her own, which, she proved, because I think she did the, maybe secondary killing move that took down Wesker, which is something that, Ivan, Chris, and Jill could handle. So just the fact she has it to her credit, it makes her a great character in general. And she did present a lot of personal heart and emotion and vulnerability in Resident Evil 5, which kind of showed you that, she is tough, but she does have her moments of doubt, which is why Chris was such a great companion to work with. And again, I would absolutely love to revisit Sheva's character in future Resident Evil games. I think she definitely has her place in the Resident Evil franchise, and, I can't wait to see that be expanded. Number 2 on my list is Ada Wong. Ada is a bit difficult because she's a very mysterious character, and so there's obviously that sense of intrigue that you want to know more about her character. But, I guess as you get to know more about her character, Capcom has never really made it clear what her motivations are. I mean, she's clearly not really... She's portrayed as a hero, but she's portrayed as like a hero that does things for herself, not because it's for the common good. It's just very mixed. You don't really know what goes on in her head. And so it's the curiosity of me about Ada's character that makes me like her so much. Because it's like, is she a good guy? Is she just someone who's like an anti-hero that does things on her own? Because she has saved Leon countless times, but it felt like maybe she's only helping him because it'll benefit her later on. And I think it's just the overall mystery around her that makes her interesting to me. And number 1 on my list is Jill Valentine. Unquestionably, Jill Valentine has the highest reputation count of any female Resident Evil character. She does have the credit of taking down Nemesis, which is very impressive, which I think would play in later games. And although she was kind of turned to a bit of a lackey in Resident Evil 5, she did kind of redeem herself in Revelations, which many have claimed that was probably one of the best Resident Evil games that has come out in recent years, probably since Resident Evil 4, and in many ways I could agree. I wouldn't necessarily say it's better than maybe 6 or 5, but it certainly does stand as one of the better games. And as a character, she's much more open. We know more about her character, and so we know what she's all about. But she certainly is someone who can stand on her own 2 feet. She's not the damsel in distress, although she can be in that role. But she's very well versed at being the rescuer as being the rescuee, or the damsel in distress. So she's very good at playing both roles, and that's really something that none of the other females are good at. I mean, you could say, well, Ada's rescued Leon a couple times, and she's been the damsel in distress. Yeah, but it's just the fact that I know more about Jill than Ada that, in my opinion, makes her a far more better character and higher on my list than Ada is, which is why she's my number 1. And with that, that is my top 5 favorite female characters in Resident Evil. And like the first video, tell me, what are your favorite Resident Evil female characters? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to track me in my future movie, video game reviews, and topic videos. And you can also follow me on Twitter and friend me on Facebook in the description down below. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.